everybody, Sean here from Paracord. Today we are going to make a little holder for some hand sanitizer. This is just a generic bottle that I had sitting around. So let's get started. I have 20 feet of yellow 550 cord. If you have a set of fids, it will help you on this. So I actually do. One thing that I did is I cut these cords, shaped them into a point. I hope you can see that. I think you can. And with them in a point, that allows you to take the fid and screw that onto the cord. It kind of locks it in place for you. Might have to adjust this one. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so that one's in there. And we'll put this guy on. This one's a little loose, so I'm going to have to cut this and remelt it, I think. Cut that. So you'll get to see how to put a fit on. Get everything out of here so that it focuses. Go. Let that cool just a little. You're just creating kind of a hard surface for the threads on the inside of the fid to catch onto. There we go. Alright, so with our two ends together, what we need to do is find the center point. And we'll go about there. So, center point, so we just pull all the cord through my fingers, help get all these twists out of there. And we'll say that's about our center point right there. So that's just going to get looped over the top, just like that. Now, we have our loop going this way. We're going to wrap that around the bottom and then up. And we're not going to go underneath of this. So we have something that looks just like that. That's pretty basic. Looping around, bringing it around. Now, I have a rubber band. You could use clips like this. This would work too. But I think a rubber band's probably going to be your best friend on this one. So we'll get this wrapped around a few times. 1, 2, and 3. And then roll that up about 1/3 of the way up the bottle. You're going to have a little bit of room above it. And get these situated back to the center. Go. Pull these up to the center there. Alright, so we have our right cord. We have our left cord. To get this started, we're going to make a knot at the top of it. It's basically a cobra knot. Cobra knot, Solomon weave knot, different kinds of names for it. But we're going to create a loop that goes over top like this, and then we'll bring that cord off to the left, just like that. And then the cord that's on the left coming out of here, we're going to go over top of it. We're just basically crossing over this cord that comes this off to the left, this one. Cross over it, go around it. So let me just do this. It's kind of weird to do. And then hold on a second. Let me get my cord all situated. I got a lot of cord here. Like I said, there's about 20 feet. But I want to make sure that you understand how this is working. So basically what we're doing is we're going to go over top of this cord and around it. And then through this loop. So I think that's still confusing though. So we have that one. This cord here goes over, around it, and then poke it through from the underside of this loop and bring all your slack through. It's just as if you're doing a cobra weave, except it's on the bottle. And then when you pull this tight, you'll see that you have created kind of a knot here that holds the two cords together. And you want this to be situated right at the top of the bottle, right where it starts to curve down, just like that. All right, so at this point what we're going to do is flip this over. So now we have a right cord and a left cord on the back side. And you'll probably keep on hearing like this clanking noise because I have to keep dropping the cords down. So we're now on the back side. So we did the knot on the back. I'm sorry, we're on the front. Did the knot on the back. Now these cords are coming off from the back. So all we're doing, and this is real easy, you're just creating a loop on the right. And the loop will always be on the right. It's going to the left. Then this cord coming from the left side is coming up and down through that loop. Pull the cord that way. And then you're pulling the slack out. And you want to do this so that you're not pulling so tight that it hops up over the top of the bottle. So just like that. And then flip it over again. Just like that. So now you do it again with the right side. Create a loop. Kind of hold that loop there from the under. Grab the left side cord from under and poke it down through that loop on the right. Pull everything through. Go. And now you want to keep these cords so that they don't pull up over top of the one previous to it. There you go. And you don't want to pull too tight because you'll mess up the pattern. That should be good. And then once you have that, then you flip it over again. And you just keep repeating that process. Move your rubber band down as you go. It'll help keep the center cords. Actually, you could probably move that all the way down. It's just keeping the center cords from moving all over the place. Alright, so now we're on this side. So pull that a little tighter. There we go. Create a loop on the right. Kind of hold it in the center. Reach under, grab that cord on the left, and push it down through. Pull all the slack through. So we have something like that. Alright. Go. Pull it tight. Good. And then flip it over again. Loop on the right. Cross over. Left cord. Up. Over and through. Really, really easy. Pull it tight. And you want to kind of align everything. So like this one matches this one. This cross here matches this cross here, kind of like in a straight line. Just like that. Now I'll flip it over again. We've got that loop there. I'm gonna move my camera down just a little. There we go. Got the loop on the right. Left cord crosses over it in the front. And then down through the loop on the right. Just like that. And then pull it tight. And you kind of want to keep these bunched up so that your pattern looks real nice as you're going. Pull that tight, flip it over. And at this point I think I could probably go ahead and get rid of that rubber band. That was just mainly to use at the beginning to keep everything straight. So there we go. Cross over the center, pull it through. Just like that. Now, did you see how this was over here? Like the cross section was over here? This needs to be over the center so that everything looks nice and even. So you just want to kind of finagle that until you get it in the middle. There we go, and you can start to see the pattern. And I am doing this during business hours, so that's why the phone is ringing right now. If that's you calling, I apologize, but I'm not going to answer right now. Alright, so we're going to flip this again. Flip this over again. Create that loop on the right. Left cord from underneath goes over and down and through. And pull everything through. I guess at this point, oh yeah. That's okay. Alright, so we'll pull that tight, flip it over again, and then this will be the last one. Then I'm going to go finish this up, and I'll be back to show you how to finish everything up. Alrighty. There we go. Everything's starting to come together now. You can kind of see a pattern forming here. Pretty easy to do. Alright, I will be right back to show you how to finish this up. Okay, so I am pretty close to the end here. This is the front side. We're going to the back side. Now, I did cut about 4 feet of cord off of here, so you could probably do this with 15 to 16 feet, no problem. Now, I'm going to turn this over, and we need to finish this. So we're going to figure out how we can do this. I think I kind of figured this out. I want to go underneath one of these cords here, like this. So on the right side, we'll go under this one. Now on the left side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go just like we were doing, going under this cord here, but we're going to go under this first cord and out through the middle, and then down through that loop like we normally have been. So it'll give us a kind of a cross section here, and you know, I'm not really sure I like how this is looking down here, so I'm going to back this first one out. I just wanted kind of a stopper so that it couldn't slide off the end. So we'll back this guy out. And that happens sometimes. It's all about trial and error sometimes. So we're just going to go, let's see, we create our loop this way. This cord comes under and over. Okay, so we'll go through here and move that back over like we have been doing. Yeah, that still doesn't look quite right. Alright, let's see. There's got to be a way to do it, so I'll back this out again. And my apologies, I just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly for you guys. This way. We cross. And that one there. Come up through and end it there. Okay, I think that'll work. So we'll just bring this one across like that. And we're going to take our right cord over that one and then bring it up and under on the other side of it. So it'll look just like that again. But what we're going to do is fuse. Let's see, which one do we want to fuse first? I think we want to fuse this one first in place so that the other one can't move. So let's do that. Okay, so we'll cut this here, just like that. And that'll give us a little piece here to melt and seal in. We'll just melt this real quick. I'm going to try not to burn it, so I'll melt it a little slower than I usually would. There we go. And then I'm going to roll this in place. So that kind of locks that cord in there. Now this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut it real close and lock that one against its neighbor. I'm going to be really careful with this torch. This is probably flammable. It is flammable. I know it is because it's... oh, that could be really bad if I mess this up. Alright. Yeah, so be very careful. If you're using a lighter around hand sanitizer, be very careful you don't actually get it into the bottle there. But I was able to get that fused on there. Now, if you want to take this off, what you do is you want to pull down here to give this some slack, which allows you to pull this up like that and allows you to take the top off. So now you can slide the bottle out, and then you would be able to put a new bottle back in here. And then what you do is pull that slack back this way, move this initial knot back up, and it just keeps everything right in place, just like that. There we go. I hope you found this at least a little informative. There is probably a I have to admit there's probably a better way of doing this. And I'm not too happy with this, and I might go back and try and redo the whole thing, but try it out. If you come up with another suggestion, I think I would probably do some sort of integration with these center cords here. That might make it a little better, but there's probably all sorts of different ways of doing these. But at least this gives you a starting point, and I hope you found it a little informative. But don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell too. It'll let you know when there's a new video coming out once a week. So till next time, Paracord on. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy Paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.